Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the next show will be better. It is the Hickson Diaries live stream. It's the Hickson Diaries live stream podcast. I'm your host Mandy. Thank you for being here. So glad to have you. It's gonna be a low-key show tonight. We're gonna just talk about I'm gonna mention a quick story about some comments that were a bunch of comments that were left about one of my videos. They're all in the same gist. um Basically, I made a comment about America being the greatest country in the world and everyone jumped on me. uh but I think that the context was lost. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then of course, all your questions, comments, queries, concerns, super chats, and the like. So make sure that you send all of that in, and hit that like button for me. Share the stream so people know that we're live and can join in if they want to. And yeah, just send me in whatever questions you have for me, what you want to talk about, all that stuff. And eager to catch up with y'all. Though I have to say, in a little bit of morning, because it's cold again. Oh, what's going on with my hair, dude? It's falling out. My hair is not doing well here. What did you do on the live stream? My hair. People do worse things though, let's be fair. Anyways, yeah, that doesn't look any better. Oh my goodness gracious. It's time for the clip because that's even better, right? The entire live stream is gonna be me trying to sort out my hair. Hold on. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out as we go. It looked good a couple hours ago. I don't know what happened. Anyway, it's the end of the night, guys. I've been working tirelessly for y'all all day, trying to get good content out for y'all. It has been a busy day for me. So just, give me a little bit of grace. Anyway, let me start. Make sure you send in your questions, comments, queries, concerns, super chats, and all that jazz. Like and share the stream so everyone knows that we are live. And of course, just let me know what's going on and what you guys want to talk about. That's the biggest thing. Can't wait to catch up with y'all. I hope you all had a good day. I know some of you did because we talked about it in our little pre-chat. But let's see who's here because the show only gets better when you guys are here. So I know Richard got the gold star, Richard Wilmot, because he was the first one here. Congratulations. Glad to have you. Thank you for being here. Were you busy doing nothing? It's like my new favorite thing to do now. Now that I've discovered it's not a waste of time. Although I had a little bit of it today before the live stream, actually. And I must admit that I felt a little bit like lazy, like I should be doing something. And I was kind of putzing around the studio, the office to see if there's something I need to do. I was like, I don't need to do anything. I can take a break before the show. It's okay. It's like pep talking myself. It's ridiculous. Anyways, hello, Diane. Thank you for being here. So glad to have you. Roy Cousins is here as well. So glad to have you here too. Roy said, I did a spot of gardening this afternoon. Nice to be out in the sun. It was sunny, but it was chilly still here. I took my walk in the morning. Maybe I need to start taking afternoon walks instead. Lee Blunt is here. Hello, Lee. Thank you for being here. Glad to have you. I know Richard said that he was growing strawberries, which I immediately started craving strawberries, which are my favorite. I have to admit, I love strawberries. Strawberries and whipped cream, or you guys call it squirty cream, which is nasty, but I'm doing fine. Thank you, Diana. I'm so glad you're doing well as well. Richard says I grow sensibly chilies on the windowsill. What's sensibly chilies? What kind of chili is that? Hello, Disco. Glad to have you here as always. Jay has become a British citizen. Rory says Jay was practicing his English vernacular in it. Jay. I feel like I should know. Jay Vale. Was it Jay Vale? I just literally looked at my list. I have a list of things of fellow creators in the niche that I want to check out. It was Jay Vale. I think I've seen some of his stuff. And I think it was him that I saw that put a video out that he got his citizenship. That's awesome. And yes, it is true. I killed a cactus once. My parents were very into like yard work and gardening and growing vegetables and flowers and stuff. And they tried so hard to get me to do it. So hard. And I don't have it. I just don't have it. My mom, though, she kept giving me plants and stuff to try to grow. She's like, these are easy. All you have to do is blah, blah, blah. And I just never did because I don't really care. But one time she gave me a cactus. She's like, these are literally the easiest thing to take care of. Now, it's not that I can't take care of things. Like I had a cat and I was taking care of the cat and I was on my own taking care of myself. But for some reason, I know what the reason is, but they just insisted that I had to learn how to garden. So they gave me a cactus and I think it was like a month, it died. I don't know what I did or didn't do, but I know it wasn't my priority. So I'd love to like have a garden, be able to grow my own vegetables and all that kind of stuff. I can't do it. I probably could if I really wanted to. See, I say I'd love to have it. I like the idea of having it, but I don't know that I like the idea of spending my whole Saturday gardening. I don't even like mowing the lawn. Anyways. Manny, what's up? Hello, good evening to you. Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day to all who celebrate. It's so strange to be in England celebrating St. Patrick's Day because isn't that an Irish holiday? I know you have Irish people here, and obviously you own the small part of Ireland in the north. But don't you guys have do you still have hostilities in Ireland, or are you all copacetic now? I just got water on my shirt. It's been one of those days today, y'all. It's been one of those days. Anyways, stay with me. I promise we'll have some fun. Roy Cousin says the U.S. government just announced that the fee to renounce citizenship will reduce from $22,350 to $450. Are they expecting a rush? I actually, thanks for reminding me, Rory. I actually heard that, but I heard it from a commenter who left a weird comment on one of the videos about, well, why don't now you can renounce your American citizenship for whatever reason. I said something they didn't agree with. And I was just like, why would I just wrote back and asked, why would I renounce my citizenship? I'm not going to ever not be American. I mean, I suppose there'd be an extreme case where I might consider it, but I have never really considered it. I never really even considered becoming a British citizen, but I might. I don't know. Now that I know that you can have dual citizenship because both countries allow it, I might. I don't know. We'll see. You guys are talking about football here. Was it a court case that reduced the price? Richard says. It's kind of weird. Why would you? That's kind of weird. But anyways, Manny says, instead of a gold star, are you going to award a golden shamrock as it's St. Patrick's Day? Sure. Richard, you get a golden shamrock today. Marja is here. Hello. Marja says it was sunny and that she was planting tomatoes today. Everybody was out doing the gardening today. I should have got out of the house a little bit more today. That might be why I'm in such a bad mood. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just in a like meh mood. Busy doing nothing, as sung by Bing Crosby. Oh, I love him. Crooner. Disco says, I like proper cream. Whatever you do in your bedroom is your business. Sorry. Yes, I went there. Marcia says, it was a lazy day today. Good. We were planting tomatoes. How lazy is that? That seems like really difficult work to me. You gotta do the steak and everything. It's crazy. Richard said, not insanely hot chilies. So sort of hot chilies. Isn't that just mild? Wouldn't that just be called mild chilies? Okay. Marcia's growing chilies in the greenhouse. Marcia's got a greenhouse, for God's sake. Gosh. Okay. Randy says, tomorrow in some areas it's supposed to get up to 18 degrees before it cools down and turns cold again. Is it? It's not that I don't believe you, Manny. It's just that sometimes I gotta see it for myself, because that's just how my mind works. It says 14 tomorrow here. What's that? 28, 58? Yeah, I might have to take my walk in the afternoons now. So at least I'll get a little bit of heat and sun. It's been cold in the mornings. It makes me, I think that might be putting me in a bad mood. Definitely I'm so done, guys. I'm so done with the British winter. I can't, like, I'm done with being cold. I'm done with like the wind. I'm just done with the gray clouds. I'm done. I don't know how y'all in like Scotland and stuff are dealing with this. They're north of me, because I saw a video by Zach and Annie, something Scottish Living. I can't think of the name of it, but the thumbnail was them all wrapped up in the deceptive spring. It's like, you hit the nail on the head with that. Jesus. It never seems to go away, like this cold I have. Richard says, get yourself an allotment to grow vegetables. It's way too much work, Richard. Seriously. John Craig is here. Hello, John. Glad to have you. John says they gave you a cactus to start a garden. No, I think they had for years leading up to the cactus, they had given me flowers, because I lived in an apartment that had a little balcony, and it actually had flower beds already on it from the previous owner, or the previous resident. So they like came over and planted like marigolds and stuff for me, and they've tried to give me like a rose bush to plant. They've tried to give me all kinds of stuff to plant. And I've even gotten tips where like you just sprinkle seeds and let it grow along the border when we had our house and all that kind of stuff. I just inevitably killed it. I think it's mainly because I just don't care about it. But it led up to them giving me a cactus because they were so insistent that I was able to do this. And I ended up killing the cactus. You can't kill Cactus Jack. Who's Cactus Jack? It's an American record label. I had no idea. Texas Democrat, popularly known as Cactus Jack. Oh, he was Franklin Roosevelt's vice president. No idea. I don't think that's the Cactus Jack you guys are talking about, though. There's flavored schnapps, which I had to think about how I said that. Okay. Cactus Jack returns to SmackDown. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, Marja. I'm trying, though. Richard says I have an Irish grandma. Oh, okay. So there you go. You got the shamrock, so she must be proud. No hostilities now in Northern Ireland. Okay. St. Patrick's Day in America is a bit of a trip because I don't think anyone in America knows the true meaning of St. Patrick's Day. I actually don't really know the meaning of St. Patrick's Day. But everybody thinks they're Irish and everyone wears green except for those people who are just want to be contrarians and they start wearing orange for the Protestant representative. Maybe they have some kind of, they know their lineage and they have a tie, possibly. Or maybe they know a lot more history about it than I do. But then everybody drinks like all day long, and that's it. It's like with that one day, everybody's Irish, and you just see seas of green everywhere. I really, truly didn't realize that you had celebrated it here because I don't remember anyone mentioning it to me the last couple years. But I looked it up and I saw like there's parades and everything. So I was like, I mean, and it's because I would think there's probably, you know, Irish citizens and all that kind of stuff here. So, and because you own part of it, it makes sense. I just never thought about it, to be honest. I'm like, I'm in England. That's it. But there we go. John Craig says, I visited Ireland with a few friends. I don't think I'll be going back. Why not? You didn't have a good time, I guess. Sounds like there's a story there, but you don't have to share it if you don't feel comfortable, John. Richard says, a woman dual citizen with no connection to the U.S. had problems with U.S. taxes. Are you talking about the court case? I have a problem with U.S. taxes. Disco says, behave yourself. I could have said something about your hair. Like, did you have a roll in the hay? I did not. Like, I would tell you guys if I did anyways, right? That's silly of me to deny it like that. I was really quick to deny it too. No, that's not it. 20 on a Scoville scale. Richard said, I don't know what that is, Richard. I'll leave that up. Can anyone explain that to me? Or Richard, can you explain that to me? I don't know what that means. Hello, Glenn. So glad you're here. Thank you for joining us. And thank you so much for the super chat. Glenn says, going to be a good day tomorrow, warm. I'm going to go out in the afternoon tomorrow. I'll make myself go out. I didn't today because it was cold this morning. So I just assumed it was going to be cold all day. But I should know better by now. Like I said, it's been one of those days. I've been a little bit like off today. So Disco says, I've seen Zach and Annie. He was a cop in the States. Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like when they do their exploring. Those are always fun. Richard says, my late wife never understood spring until she went through a British winter. Yeah, dude, it is so, most people outside the UK don't understand why British people go insane at like springtime or when it's warm, but I totally get it now. I totally get it now because I'm like having such fierce cabin fever this year. I mean, I always had it, but this year I'm just like, I'm desperate. So I definitely have to start getting out in the afternoons. I'll have to rearrange my schedule. It feels like I do that every week now, but anyway. I'll have to do it again next week. It's fine though. Glenn says, you're not the only one. I'm sick of winter now. Yeah, thank you. I'm sure I'm not the only one. And I know a lot of people have it a lot worse. And the US is getting hit with another storm right now. And they're like canceling flights and everything. So I feel kind of a little bit guilty complaining, but this is my life. And, I'm just trying to acclimatize to my new surroundings. Assimilate to my new surroundings. I don't know which one is right. Anyways. Marcia says, I sometimes like those gray dulcet days, although I know what you mean, Mandy. It's just that they've been like, look, I like dressing really comfortably, grabbing, a takeout or having my super noodles and cuddling up on the couch and just being cozy. I like that. So sometimes those days are fine, right? I like that we have seasons here. In America, it just like you flip a switch and it's a new season. Like there's no like gradual in and out of seasons like there is here anymore, at least where I was from. And so I do like that we actually have all 4 seasons here. So I'm cool with that. So I get that, it's a different area of the globe. And so, different things to deal with. But I'm just like this winter, I'm just done. I'm just done with it. And that might be, I struggled this morning on my walk. It was cold. And I was just like, I think it just put me in a shitty mood because I'm just done with it. Disco, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate your generosity. Manny says, I spoke to my Canadian friend yesterday. She lives in Toronto near Lake Huron, and she says she was saying it was 10 degrees Celsius on Sunday, but then the mercury dipped into negative 23 Celsius yesterday with 2 feet of snow. Yeah, massive storm. Massive storm in that area. Really bad. I hope everybody's good and safe and warm. Richard says, I had my energy bill and it's 8 pounds less than the last one. Wow, you're rich, Richard. You could buy a stick of gum. Glenn says, I would give you vegetables and fruit from my allotment if we lived closer. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you, Glenn. I appreciate that. I'll just buy them. I gotta find a local market to buy them from, to be honest with you. I think there is a market in town, but I don't know where they get their stuff from. So I'm a little reluctant to just buy it. That's all, because I don't know. I'm sure it's from one of the farms here in Kent, but I just don't know. Disco says, don't they turn the rivers green in Boston? They do, because there's a very heavily Irish heritage in Boston. It's very prevalent in Boston. So they turn the rivers green. My grandfather used to go to a bar to celebrate. Well, he would go to the bar every day, but they have green beer on St. Patrick's Day. Richard says it hasn't been that cold. Maybe I don't know. I feel like it's been very, very cold, but that's just me. The wind, I think, doesn't help either. I'm still working through that. Marcia says it'll be down another 8 pounds next month. I hear the government is thinking about fuel rationing. Yeah, I heard that, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know any details on it. I don't know how stuff works here. So I'm reluctant to think it's like they kind of made it seem like we're all just going to get a check, or we're all just going to get a massive discount. But I don't think that's how it's going to work. I have to look into it a little bit. Glenn says, I have seen the river turned green in Chicago. I've seen that as well. They do it in Chicago as well. They don't do it in New York that I know of. And I don't think there's any other city that does it that I can think of. I can't think of any other cities that do it. There might be, though. John Craig says the idiots like to pretend they are Irish so they can pretend they are victims. In America, they just pretend they're Irish so they can drink, as if you need to be Irish to drink. Genghis, Genghis says it's heat measured on the chilies. Oh, I get that. You're talking about the thing that Richard put out. I had no idea. No idea. Thank you very much, Marja. JS77 is here. Hello, Jay. Thanks so much for being here. Jay says, give up your US passport and you won't have a tax problem. Yes, that is true. But I have many steps to go before I can even think about that right now. But yeah, I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see how it plays out. I got time to think about it. I mean, the way things are going right now in the US, who knows? Dude, I have to tell you all this. I saw a documentary over the weekend about like movies and cinema and stuff in the 70s in America and how it was super reflective of the time and all of that. But in the documentary, it was calling out how the media, how the government in America was just being extremely authoritarian and doing a lot of stuff like under the radar, right, for so long. And it was starting to come out at that timeline. And they showed a clip. It was only like 10, maybe 15 seconds, but it was of a US senator from somewhere in the Midwest. I want to say Idaho, but I'm not sure if that's right. But he was a senator and he was heading up a committee that was probing the US, let me think, hold on. Let me think how to word it. It was he was probing into the like foreign intelligence and our domestic intelligence and how they were working together and how it was actually affecting decisions that were being made by the US government at the time. That was in like the 1970s, 1975-ish timeline. Anyway, so he was investigating all of that. And he said in the course of the investigation, he said something to the effect of, if the government ever became tyrannical, like if we ever elected a dictator or, the presidency turned into dictatorship to take over the country, then the technology and the capacity of the technology in the intelligence community, the way it's been set up, has given the way the intelligence community had given the government so much leeway and so much information and so much just they were working so hand in hand against the American public, even then, that there would be no way to take down the tyrant. Like it would become a dictatorship because the intelligence community had given over so much, there'd be no way for the American people to fight back. This was in 1975. Like, isn't that crazy? It's 2026 and look where we are. It's crazy. So that made me a little bit nervous. This global scale is the rating given to how potent a chili is. I never knew that, Manny. Be nice to me. Richard said the hotness of chilies is on a global scale. The higher the number, the hotter. Some go up to 200,000 plus. That is crazy. Why'd you do that to yourself? Do you know what I love is how you all come on here and you talk to each other about the football. I don't mind. I really don't mind because I learn as I'm reading what you guys put on and everything. I just think it's funny because we're so not a football channel. Glenn Wright says, my American grandchildren were sent home early yesterday because of the East Coast storms. Oh, I hope everybody's safe. Richard says, my late wife grew up in the tropics, so winter was a shock. I bet. Jeez. Diane says the weather has been extreme this winter. We need the spring. Yeah, this better be a good spring and summer because I think we're all desperate for it. It's really, really bad right now. I mean, the last couple of days have been hit really bad on the upper Midwest and the East Coast in the United States. They've had some bad storms again. Oh my goodness, you guys are talking so much footy. Glenn says we had a party for some neighbors on Sunday. They just got an indefinite leave to remain. They are young Russians. He would be in Ukraine if he had been forced to leave. I think you mean hadn't been forced to leave. Oh, well, I hope that I'm glad that they got the indefinite leave to remain, and I'm glad that they're safe. I hope that it was a good party. That's awesome. Should see if we have a party for me if I ever get indefinite leave to remain. We'll have to see. Those extreme chilies can send your body into shock. I wouldn't be surprised, Richard. Jesus. I mean, I couldn't imagine. It sounds a little bit... I just don't know why you'd want to do that to your body. My daughter eats a lot of spice, but even she, like, sometimes is like, that's too much for me. Like, she knows her limit. So I just don't know people who are that extreme. Like 200,000 on the scale. That seems like a lot. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the scale, but it seems like a lot. All right, guys, just one note. I'm going to take a quick break here. If you've been enjoying this conversation and you ever want to go a little bit deeper, find out a little bit more about that, maybe join us on our reaction podcast. We do have channel memberships open. It's nothing fancy. It's just a little bit more personal space. We have chat. We just do a little bit more open. You see me raw and unedited, a little bit more personal, behind the scenes, some traveling, things like that. Extra lives and, all that jazz. If you can and you're willing, you want to support what we're building here at the Hickson Diaries, feel free to think about becoming part of the Mandyverse Collective. And if you want more stuff, then definitely head over to hicksondiaries.com. There's much more fun over there, and there's ways to support the channel over there as well, including merch if you're interested in that. And also just a reminder that anything that you donate to the channel each month, we do take a portion off the top as a donation to the Royal British Legion. So anything you contribute, however you contribute, doesn't just support us, it goes to a cause that's very close to my heart and matters very dearly to me. No pressure ever, just putting it out there. Here, just being here, watching, liking, sharing, chatting, all of that helps. Watching all the videos, commenting, it all helps. So however you can support us in any way, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. And your contributions are always welcome in any way, shape, or form. And I appreciate you being here. This is the most fun part, though. Though we do have fun on our Mind the Culture Gap podcast, which is the members only podcast. We do it Friday afternoons at 3, and it's usually almost always a reaction podcast. We always find something suggested by the members to react to something that is about British culture or history or funny commercials that I've never seen before or something like that. It's always a lot of fun, a great way to just round out the week and have a catch up with y'all and start off the weekend with a little bit of fun and levity. So if you can make it, we'd love to have you. Regardless of how you contribute, we are happy you're here. Thank you so much. Richard says, those extreme chilies can send your body into... Oh, I said that already. My bad, guys. Diane says, I've seen people online eating those extreme chilies. It looks painful. I'm saying, Diane, like, I have no problem. People do whatever they want. It's their bodies. They have autonomy. I've never been personally in a position where I wanted to put my body through such extreme measures. I don't get that. I don't know. I don't know. Have you guys ever done anything extreme like that? I mean, oh, I just don't understand why I mean, putting yourself through a little bit of discomfort and uncomfortable situations in order to grow, or, if you want to gain muscle mass, or you're dealing with an emotional problem, or, you want to learn what it's like to live outside of your hometown, or so, whatever, you want to lose weight and you want to put yourself through some uncomfortable situations in order for an end result that's positive. I have no problem with that, but I never understood the people that put themselves through really extreme pain for what, a competition. Like, what are you getting out of it, really? Is it really worth it? And I really always think about what it could do to their body long term, like what the long term effects are, right? Like, what if there's any health risks involved with it? I don't know. I've never ever had to. Ugh. It's 2 million plus on the Scoville scale. That's freaking insane. I'm sorry, Marja, and I don't mean to be all judgmental on anybody out there, but I'm gonna be. Sorry. That's insane. Wow. That's crazy. That's it's crazy. Manny says, I like spicy food, but I would never ever go as far as eat those really hot chilies. The thought of my body going into shock is a huge deal breaker. I agree. I agree. The idea that I might end up in the hospital because of a chili, like if I have control over that, why would I choose to put myself in that potentially dangerous situation? I just said that really, really weird. I don't know why. Why would I put myself in that potentially dangerous situation on purpose? I'm with you, Manny. Oof. Hello, Mick. Mick MacArthur is here. Thanks so much for being here. There is an old saying that March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. I have heard that saying, actually. But March is a bridge between winter and spring. But I think we have had a decent winter. I think we're good. I think we've satisfied the winter gods. I have heard that expression though. But it feels like March is going out like a lion. So it doesn't feel like March is like ready to be passive in any way. We got a little bit of time, so I'm looking for my calendar. My calendar's fallen down. We have a little bit of time, so maybe I'll eat my words, which I'm happy to do. I would be happy to do. Marja says eating those hot chilies make you glow in the sun. Wait, is that for real? Like, do they do something to your blood or something? Or are you just making fun of the heat of it? Normal chilies go up to about 20. Your tolerance depends on what your mom ate when she was pregnant with you. I don't know what my mom ate when she was pregnant with me, to be honest. Oh, I don't have a great tolerance, so she definitely, knowing my mom, she did not eat anything spicy. Disco King says, I sent you a Jasper Carrot video on country's foods. Okay, I'm getting through your videos. Some of them I'm watching on my own because I know we're not gonna be able to react to all of them. But I don't think I've gotten to that one yet. But thank you for sending me so much stuff and wanting to be such a good part of this channel and keeping me on my toes. That's for sure. Diane says, me neither, Manny. I like a fairly hot veg chili con carne, or I can go to a madras curry, but that's it. I don't even know what a madras curry is. Cobain in the membrane. Thank you so much for being here. I love your handle. Says, hey, props to you for sharing your unfiltered experience as you grow and change and explore the world. Good job. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm so happy to have you here. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Okay. Apparently, Arsenal's doing well. Good for you guys. For sure, release the endorphins. I'm not always positive, but I try to be as positive as possible. I'm a generally positive person, so I try to convey that. I don't want to be another like doomy, doom scrolly kind of channel. There's plenty of that out there. Richard said, when a Malaysian friend was trying to find my level as their curries are hot. I think I might be missing part of that story. Richard, forgive me, please, if you don't mind clarifying for me, because I'm definitely missing something. Marja says it certainly purifies your blood. I bet you'd be. I can imagine you not being sick for a long time eating that extreme chili. Cobain says, hey, at least it's free at point of service. You think you're talking about the NHS, the medical care? Yeah, that's true. Always a plus. Always something I'm very grateful for. Disco says hot curries are good at getting rid of colds. Is that right? I remember my dad used to take a shot of blackberry brandy when he was getting a cold. Manny says it's the spring equinox on Friday, and thankfully the length of days is now exactly 12 hours long. Always good. Marcia says, have a tasty, comfortable heat with your meal. Remember, the toilet awaits. I am so glad sometimes when I'm expanding my menu, obviously living here, right? So whenever I have something brand new, I'm so glad that I work from home now. I'm usually like, I wonder how it's going to affect me because I've not had it before, right? So someone's like, it's okay because I'm home. I don't get anything I have to go out for tomorrow. Cobain says equinox time for renewal for all hobbits, dwarves, elves, witches, and druids. Are you any of those, Cobain? Richard says, I have had proper South Asian home cooking, spicy, but not too hot. Sounds delicious. Mick MacArthur says we usually get gales around this time. Yeah, the wind, really, I'm struggling with the wind, guys. The wind is bad. I feel like it's worse this year. I don't feel like it was this bad the last couple years. That might be part of my issue as well. Marcia said there is a bad storm in North Bay, Ontario, in Canada. It seems to be spreading over North America. Yeah, it is. I hope everybody's safe. Glenn said, I never understood why hotels in Delhi had telephones next to the toilet in a bathroom. And then I found out. Fair. Fair point, Glenn. Mick MacArthur says, my sister was married on the 27th of March, 1980, and the first thing I had to do in the morning was clear around a foot of snow off the car. Oh, see, I remember we got married in the winter, and I remember we were having a lot of people in from out of town, and the only thing that I cared about was like people not getting delayed and people actually being able to make it. It turned out to be a really nice day. It was like unseasonably warm and stuff that day, but I definitely didn't have to clean any snow, which I was very grateful for. I was worried about that. I would be walking around in my wedding dress with snow because I hate the winter, but it just worked out that way. Richard said, testing my tolerance on hot chilies with those hot Malaysian curries. Yeah. Cobain said, I lived with a Malaysian housemate, exchange student in Bristol for a year, and ate some of the best food out with him and the other Malaysian students he knew. I taught him to pack a bowl in return. Hey, man, whatever works for you. Manny says, Glenn, perhaps they call up for an iced toilet roll to be sent up. That would be funny. Marja says, Malaysian curries are damn hot. I think that's supposed to be Christ. Are you blaspheming? I'm curious now. I'm thinking, I don't know what St. Patrick's Day is about, guys. I know it's celebrated today. It's a global celebration of Irish culture and the feast day of Ireland's patron saint, who brought Christianity to the country in the 5th century. Traditionally a religious holiday, it has evolved into a vibrant celebration featuring parades, festivals, wearing green, and consuming Irish cuisine. St. Patrick was born in Roman Britain. Patrick was kidnapped at 16, enslaved in Ireland, escaped, and later returned as a missionary to convert the Irish to Christianity. It's according to Encyclopedia Britannica. The shamrock is a tradition states that Patrick used the 3-leaved plant to explain the Holy Trinity to Irish pagans. March 17th is observed as the traditional date of St. Patrick's death in 461 AD. While credited with banishing snakes from Ireland, it is scientifically believed that snakes never inhabited the island. Formerly a strictly religious holiday, it is now a national holiday marked by festivals, parades, and especially in Dublin. Major cities around the world hold celebrations, including Chicago, which dies as River Green. We talked about that. Massive parades in New York, which I've known, and London. And people wear green clothing, attend church services, enjoy Irish music, and attend parades. Corned beef and cabbage. My grandfather used to make corned beef and cabbage every St. Patrick's Day. I remember that. Irish stew, soda bread, and potato dishes are common for obvious reasons. I didn't know it's kind of interesting that it was a strictly religious holiday and Americans use it as a reason to drink. Guess it could be worse. It is an Irish holiday though, right? At the end of the day. Richard Wilmart says, an English cricketer said that one of the pleasures of leaving India was a dry fart. Ew! Thank you so much for that. Ugh. Bleh. What the hell, man? Marcia says it was the humidity. I would like to visit India, but I do think that I would struggle with the climate. I don't know that I would struggle with the climate, but I might. But I know I would struggle with the food. I have to see. I have to listen to Jethro. Haven't you guys made me play Jethro Tull a little bit? I feel like you have. Isn't that the guy with the flute? Is that the guy with the flute? Yeah, that's the guy with the flute, right? Yeah. I've listened to it. Cobain says Zoran Mondani had the former president of Ireland in New York, and she explained it very well and had a good message too at an event with the Irish Americans and Irish Nationals. Oh, that's cool. I have to say, I like him as a person so far from what he's shown. He seems like a good person. I like that he's not really taking any bait about when they're trying to discredit his wife and attack his wife and stuff. I think that that's kind of cool. I think that says a lot about his character. Richard says, I have been to India and it's true. I'm not going to get into it. Cobain says, to be fair, so do the Irish. I'm not sure what comment you're referring that to. Mick MacArthur says St. Pat is supposed to have gotten rid of snakes. That is why the Irish invented river dance to get rid of the snakes. Shut up. Is that real? Is that for real, Mick? That's hilarious. Richard said yes, and unlike my ancestors, I didn't shoot them. Disco says, Jasper Carrot says the day after a curry, it's like the map at the start of Bonanza. You're talking about that old Western show from like the 50s? Disco says not Jethro Tull, it's Jethro the comedian. Oh. My bad. Okay, well, I pulled it up and I will definitely take a look. My bad, Marja. You didn't specify. I don't know. I'm such a dork. Let's see if I can find a short video real quick. Oh, am I gonna need captions for this? Am I gonna need captions, y'all? Let's just put the captions up. Just in great. All right, let's see.
Bad news.
Funny. Some fun one-liners. I like that. All kinds of noise going on over there. Cobain says, like trees in a forest, we shelter each other when winds grow strong and offer each other light when the way seems darkest. It is in each other's shelter that we flourish. Lovely. Thank you for sharing. Mick MacArthur said, all that hopping and jumping around the snakes got stamped on. Yeah, that's what I figured. Manny says, if you ever do visit India, to stay clear of Delhi Belly, eat in places where they serve food piping hot, and don't be tempted to eat from street vendors. Stick to bottled water. Jesus, it's like Gremlins. But no, I appreciate that. I would definitely only drink bottled water because I know it's not the cleanest country. Eat in places where they serve food piping hot. Do they like? Is there a problem with the cold food, or I just don't know why? Like what is? Would they serve you cold food? I think that might be why I'm like trying to figure out what you mean. And how do you know if they serve it piping hot? Will it say it like on the menu or something, or on the website or something? Richard Wilmart says, being in the British Army meant being sent to India. One thing board officers did was hunt tigers. Oh, leave them alone. Jethro is no longer with us. Yeah, I saw that on the website. Oh. Cheers, Mandy, and all. The food is a bit dodgy as well. You mean the food in India? Maybe it's not worth going, guys. Like maybe I'll just go to Europe. I'll go somewhere else. I don't know. Although Goa is good. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you for introducing me to Jethro. I saw your note, Disco that you sent me a clip. I didn't get to it yet, but I definitely will. Richard said, Deli Belly gets everyone. It's a great way to lose a third of your body weight. Yeah, I definitely would not want to do that. So not by any means. Okay, you guys, I'm actually gonna close it out there because it's just, yeah, I'm kind of meh. And I feel like I'm not giving you my best, but I really appreciate you showing up today. Oh, John Loburn is here. Hello, John. Thanks for being here. When we went to India, food was great. Take Imodium, though. Yeah, I think I'll have to bring a case of it with me. Yeah, I'm going to end it there tonight, you guys. As you know, it's kind of an off day for me. So I just want to say thanks for everybody for being here, though, and everything that you do for the channel. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for introducing me to Jethro. And yeah, definitely stick around. There's a video dropping on Thursday, and our members only podcast is Friday afternoon. So if you can make it, that would be awesome. Click the join button. And yeah, be part of the Randyverse if you can. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's it for me today, you guys. You guys. Thank you guys so much. Love you all. Have a great day, and I will catch you next time. Bye.